and go at it. Okay. Use this trickier. It is. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. There are a lot of nuances, but having a study sheet helps big time. Okay. Okay. Patty's buying a car. You're reading this as if you have no idea. This AC is like, I don't know where I'm at right now. I know it's a car, okay? And then there's that word private. So automatically, you know, we're talking used, right? So you're going to the used section of your formula sheet, study sheet. And I'm gonna highlight the important info. $9,500 is what you agreed to pay. And in order to pass safety, it needs to a couple of things. And I'm going to highlight that in a different color. Oops. Right? 2 new headlights, which cost $60 each. 4 brakes, a new fuel pump. Okay? So those are all parts and labor scenarios. Sorry, guys. I'm losing everything today. And I want to say one more thing. Some of you are like, I did this, Mr. Dirksen. Why are you going over it again? I'm not always going to do that. Sometimes I assign and then I happen to go over it because I feel like it's important to do so. So keep doing your homework because it's not always going to happen, okay? Then another part here, the labor to do the repairs, right? The labor to do repairs will take 2 hours and it'll be $65 per hour, okay? And there's a safety check done. That's important as well. Maybe I'll use a different color. Safety. It's $40. And just because I can, the book value is $10,000. Okay. So here we go. Very loaded question. I break this down for you, but it usually will not happen like this necessarily. So I strongly encourage you to figure out parts and labor always on the side before you use my formulas, right? So parts and labor, you organize it like that. 2 headlights times $60 each. I like to put that in brackets. Plus 4 brakes, they're $150 each. You have a fuel pump for $190. And then your labor, right? 2 hours. This could be 2.5, 1.25, whatever. In this case, it's just 2. So you go 2 times $65 an hour. And I know what you're gonna say. Shops do not charge half hour. They charge 1 hour at a time. A lot of students tell me that. Just ignore that. Like if it's 2.5, it's 2.5. All right, guys. So here we go. Let's do some mental math. 120, 4 times 150 is 600. 190. 2 times 65, it's 130. I pretend like I'm good at mental math, yet I have the answers in front of me, right? Nice trick. Nice try, Mr. Dirksen. I'm not falling for it. So there's the price before tax. You could, the question is asking before tax, so we're just going to park it there. All right. And now this is the heavier one. Total cost to purchase the car after tax. Okay? After tax. So you should be on your study sheet, hopefully. You get my, right? So you're like, okay, it's a used car and it's a private purchase. So I'm going to be following this formula right here. Bless you. So here we go. Use private. Start as far left as you can because it's going to be crowded, right? And so there we go. Purchase price, $9,500. Plus, in here, I'm going to put both in here. Purchase slash the book value, which is 10 grand. Times 0.07. Okay. And you're like, what? Which one is greater? The book value. So you just have to know, I'm gonna get rid of the lower value. The MPI is gonna tax me on the 10 grand, unfortunately, but that's what they do. Plus, the formula calls for safety next, right? Is there a safety done in this case? Yes, and it's $40. And I multiply it by 1.05. Why? Because it gets taxed 5%, GST only, okay? Next, parts and labor. I'm going to take this value, right? This is all parts and labor. And I'm just going to insert that there. And that gets taxed 12%. Hope you follow this. Is there a lien search? No lien search. Leave it. Okay. You can put +0 if you like, but maybe just leave it. I'll just say no lien search, right? And maybe I'll just go 1,040. That's where I got that number, right? In case you're wondering, where did that come from, right? So now it's just bringing the ship to shore, right? And now you just need to clean it up. 10,000 times 0.07, that's $700. So you're literally figuring out how much the car will cost you. You're going to pay the price of the car. You're going to have to pay the PST. You're going to have to pay what's 40 times 1.05. It's 42, right? When you multiply that. So it's $2 tax there. And then that one I'll have to do, that's 1164.80. Don't do commas, guys. Don't like sometimes they look like decimals. Just don't insert commas, right? Just focus on the decimal, right? Some calculators like mine, just ignore it. Don't worry about it. Okay, so let's add this all up, and that gives you 11,406.80. Okay. This. Oh wait, after tax. No. This is exactly what you don't do that. This is wrong. Okay. So avoid the temptation. Because guess what, guys? You already are paying the PST, you're paying the GST on the safety, and you're paying the 12% on parts and labor. If you're doing times 1.12, you're double taxing, right? That's just too much, right? That'd be brutal. Go ahead. Okay, one more, and then I'll be done. Okay, then I would expect you to do a little bit of work, so you're ready for tomorrow's AC. I never said anything. Taxes paid. Just the taxes. Hey, write this down. Taxes only. Did I post this key for you? Yeah. Okay, good. Because I wasn't sure now. I think I just posted it today though. That was my bad. So you can let me know if I forget to post something. Usually it's just a couple of clicks away and then I'm good to go. Taxes paid. So taxes, watch this. It's purchase / book times 0.07. This is how you find taxes only. You don't include that part because that's not taxes, right? Plus safety, I'm going to shorten it. Oops, 0.05 plus parts and labor times 1.12 or 0.12? 0.12, because you're just finding the taxes. Does that make sense? And lien doesn't matter because you never pay taxes on it. So the formula kind of just shrinks to this. Let me highlight these parts. Okay. So here we go. This would be 10,000 times 0.07. because it's the greater, right? Plus safety is 40 times 0.05 plus 1040 times 0.12. And some of you are like, that's way too much work, Mr. Dirksen. I did that already. I did that in my head, right? Like, I don't need to do that. Well, go for it. That's fine. So this would be $700 that you pay the PST. 40 times 0.05. Dos, right? $2. And then 1040 times 0.12. You did the homework, like, right? That's why you're just watching me. Like, why are you doing this? I know already what I'm doing, right? It's 124.80. Okay. So then you add it all up, right? And so I'll just give you the answer. That's $826.80 in taxes. Okay. I paid, like, I'm not kidding you. I went to Costco. My grocery bill was $400 and something, which is, yeah, it hurts, right? I paid $10 in taxes for that whole bill. What would 400, right? 400 times, if everything is worth 12%, I should have paid $48 in taxes. I only paid 10 because most of the items I buy are vegetables, fruits, milk, right? Cream, cheese, all of that is not taxed. Meat isn't taxed. A lot of things are not taxed in this province. And so if it says save the taxes event, don't fall for it if it's at Superstore, right? Because most of the items you buy are, if you want to buy a flat screen TV at Superstore on save the taxes event, that's a different story. That's a good deal. But don't do it for the groceries. Okay, so here's my deal for you, okay? Follow me. I posted 18. I posted that. So I'm going to go take you all the way to page 20. All the way to page 20. And I'll say homework. I'll give you a bit more than I normally do. And this is my deal here. You do as much as you need, but 0 is not really good enough, right? Like doing none of them is not good enough, right? So I would say try to do as many as you can. You still have the rest of today's class. Try to get in 3 questions. I will post the key, and then you go home and you're ready for tomorrow. Update your study sheet, yada, 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 right?